Hey traders, Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. How are you? Hey, I apologize. I'm supporting a nice little cold here. Happens every time I get back from holiday. We're going to look at four charts today. Deere, Walmart, APA, and DVN. We're going to look at those charts. I also want to talk about the SPY a little bit. And a question that was asked of me of yesterday's video that I did on the SPY Qs and diamonds. So right now I'm looking at a relief rally moving higher. I do believe the higher we go, the more dangerous it gets and the more likely we need to be thinking about profits on any longs and looking at shorts. Because I do believe we go lower, but it doesn't mean we can't go higher first. A good example would be over here, just like this, right there. And then we rolled over and went down. So I'm looking for the similar. Doesn't have to be this long, could be much shorter, could be longer. I can't predict that. But I can show you a way that might help you stay in positions or to help stay in some long positions, or get out of those long positions and maybe start looking at short positions. So here, we're going to start with the SPY real quick, and I'm going to do this on each one of these charts we look at, DE, WMT, APA, and DVN, okay? So I'm looking at the SPY here. Right now I see an inverted head and shoulders. That's a bullish signal to me. We had a nice move up Friday. We do need to clear October's highs. So we need to clear about 378.10 to even think about this. Let's see here. Let me get my everything squared. There we go. To even think about 387.95 up there. And if we get to this area, I will be very cautious on the longs, and I will be considering shorts, but this is what's going to be the telltale sign for me. If we go to this chart right here, now that the trend indicator has popped green and the T line, which is the white line, has started to move up, that's an indication for me to look at the long side, very similar to over here. Now, if this, of course, turned negative, then we'd be back in the negative side of things, and we would look at bearishness. It would look like this right here. So this is what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for price action, that's in the candlesticks, showing positive trading higher in the market, overall market, and for that I use the SPY. And then I'm going to look for this continued green dot here, like this. I want price to continue to move up and continue to present us with a green dot. If the price action changes, gives us a bearish signal, and we get through this we do like this up here. We go from green to red, then I will be looking at those short setups, okay? Now let's take a look at each one of these charts that I was talking about, and we're going to look at them in the same way, all right? So let's take Deere as an example, and I'm going to go to this chart. So I've got targets on Deere, 394.20, 410.70, 421.40 up here. So what I'm looking for is the trend to continue. Notice those green dots. Notice how the red dots are down. This is how I look at this. So right now, I'm going to look at those green dots to continue. I'm not worried about anything other than that trend. That's my trend I'm working with. You can put this line wherever you want. I don't want to crowd it in here. I'm just going to put it right there to show the green dots. Now we can certainly have pullbacks. I mean, just look at how we turned to green right here. Went from red to green, and look how we had pullbacks. You had price action. That's what price action is. So here we're going to follow the candles. I'm going to wait for an entry, which would be more of a pullback. I don't want to buy this high. More of a pullback, holding that trend, and then I'll look for these targets up here. Let's take a look at this dark chart, what I call the dark chart. See that right there? So if we were to just simply follow this, there we go, we would be bullish. And here we'd be bearish. This is choppiness right here. You're just going to have that type of choppiness. This is where the price action really helps you. And chart patterns really helps you determine what's going on. And then you can see here, this would be a bullish run, and this would be a bearish run. It's very, very simple. It truly is simple. The trend is your friend. Okay, let's look at the next chart here. Let's look at Walmart. Now, I'm actually in Walmart. I'm holding Walmart. We bought Walmart back in here a little bit, maybe a little bit early, but I have my reasons for buying Walmart. I love Walmart. So Walmart, we're doing pretty good in right now. Friday had a nice pop up. I'm still looking for 138.05. We need to get through that, actually, before we can get to 140.50 up here. I'll look at taking some profits because that might be a little bit high. On the other hand, if we get a nice little pullback, and it gives me an opportunity, I just might add to this. Add to it and then run it up. One of the things I'm going to be looking at is this trend right in there. Look at those 4 green dots right in there. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Let's run over here to this dark chart. See how we've started those dots? Now, right in here was awful choppy. Now, you can see that in the price action. You can also see that we started to put together 1, 2, 3, 4. The trend started. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots in there. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up we go. So this is what I'm looking for the long side. Right in here would have been a pretty good short right through there. Although it would have been a little bit choppy, would have been a good short. Let's take a look at the next chart that we're looking at, and we'll look at this one. I'm not in this one. Okay. APA. Let's look at APA here. So APA targets 43.50. That's not necessarily a target. That's what we've got to get through. 43.50, then 46.30, then 50.60 up here. Again, watch that trend. As long as that trend stays on the green side, and sometimes like right here, see how we're green, we get a little red, and then we get back green. Sometimes that happens. That's a clue to maybe step out of it, and then this maybe is a clue to step back in it. So if we do get a pullback that turns green to red, we want to be cautious in that area. Now, I'm not using these for a stop, by the way. I'm not suggesting that. Monday in the trading room, we'll talk about stops and other targets on these charts. These are just for the watch list I'm sharing with everybody. So APA, we'll watch for that setup. Typical setups would be a 3/8 trap, something similar. I want the green dots green. Let's look at the dark chart, just like this. And as long as they stay green, this is an active chart for the long side. So let's move over here. If we start to roll to the red side, that would tell you that the long side is over based on using the trend indicator as your bullish, bearish guideline. So you can see right in here to be short. So if this starts to turn, we'll consider this for a short. Let's take a look at, did I already do DVN? I don't think so. DVN, look at this trend right here. 74.10, 78.40, 85.60 up here. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this right there, and then we'll trade price action. If this is red, we won't be looking for a long trade. We'll be looking for a short trade. Let's move over here, and here's the price action on it. Now we can use price action for those entries, for that profit taking, any kind of adjustments you need to make here. So let's go back to the SPY real quick. So let's come over here. We want to look for a trend. Number one, we want to trade within a trend. So the trend I'm looking for bullishly is something like this. The trend I'm looking for bearishly would be something like this. And then here we can pile on candlesticks, price action, any other indicators you might want to use. But this gives you the guideline of should I be buying long or should I be buying short? Now, one thing that I am totally against, and that's picking a bottom. Now, I know we all do it from time to time, but it's like this right here. Trying to pick this bottom right in here, it's just not a smart move. Over here, trying to pick this bottom, now in hindsight, we say, we can see that that would have been wonderful, right? Well, if you can't make enough money in that trend, believe me, I do not believe you're going to help yourself by picking a bottom. So anyway, I wanted to throw that in there. Hey, this is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you, and I hope it brought some questions that you might have to ask yourself or me if you'd like. Thank you very much. We'll see everybody tomorrow, okay? Take care.